The worst thing that I think I can do in this market is not to be invested and to be left behind because I'm afraid of something like a recession. The reality is, by a lot of measures, I think we're already in a recession because household debt is stretched, credit card balances are at record highs, the job market is weaker than headlines were telling us, there's social unrest, people are angry at immigration policies, birth rates are at the lowest they've ever been, and now the bond market's in trouble. But since the government has changed the definition of what it means to be in a recession, I guess we're not officially in one yet. I think history shows us that cycles like this always end through one of two ways. Either through more inflation eating away at our debt, or through some kind of a reset, and it forces that system to change. Now, unfortunately, that reset mechanism is usually something like a conflict or a war. And I think we're seeing a lot of evidence of this around the world. There's more and more conflict, and leaders are starting to take sides and form new strategic alliances. Now, from an investment point of view, I have no idea what the best investment is. I have my guesses, but I don't know, and that's why I'm diversified. I own a portfolio of stocks, which you can find down in the link below where you can see all my holdings. I own some real estate. I own Bitcoin, which is becoming bigger and a bigger part of my portfolio. I keep some cash on the side by holding it in short-term treasury bonds, but here's what I think is the strongest likelihood of happening in the future. Regardless if we're in a recession or not, I think there's going to be more social unrest, more geopolitical issues, more division. The wealth gap will get bigger and bigger to the point where our kids, or maybe our grandkids, could see a shift from labor to capital. Meaning, instead of it being important to find a job and make money, it'll make more sense to just invest. I think there's this weird future where money will make more money faster than labor ever will. Especially with everything that we know that's coming with robotics and automation, working might be a secondary thing. And I think the world of money will expand into the internet. It'll become global, tokenized, fractionalized, but that's a separate video. The point is this. The worst thing that I think I can do in this market is not to be invested and to be left behind because I'm afraid of something like a recession. Now, I could obviously be wrong, but I'm gonna stay invested, and that's the best I've got, but I'd love to hear your thoughts.